Now what do you want? Go on, I'm waiting.
Descendant, it's been a while. This way, please. Good luck with your assignment. I heard that this is the last remaining Ironheart. That makes me a little worried, but I'll give this mission my all, regardless. Kyle is doing aerial recon to see if the Vulgus are up to anything. Luna's focusing on sensing the beat generated from the Ironheart, and she's also listening out for the unique noises generated by Vulgus movements, of course. You can see her expression changing. See the way she's frowning? I think that means the Vulgus are on the move. We need to create an environment where she can concentrate. Descendant, take care of him.
For Luna to be able to concentrate, you must pacify this wasteland.
Kite, there's a lot of reverb coming from you. Quiet.
Oh, I see.
Shh. You're here! I memorized the sound of your footsteps. It's time to bust some Vulgus heads and smash some Kuiper. If you destroy the Kuiper that's been mined for the Vulgus, it puts out a unique sound wave. I'm gonna use that to find enemy comms equipment that's made of the same material. After that, I'll listen in on those comms. All you need to do is wipe out the Vulgus and sweep up their Kuiper. Easy, right? Quality is pretty lo-fi, but it'll have to do.
It'll be heavily guarded while the enemy extracts the data. And the interior is very small, so be careful.
Speed up the data extraction.
Yuck, that voice is horrible. Who is that guy? Say thank you.
Descendant, it's Reyna. I've pored over the literature, and it looks as if there's an underground entrance close by. That would account for the echoes that Luna can hear, right?
Yeah, I knew my ears were reliable. I said it would be indoors, didn't I?
You never said it would be underground. Anyway, I've just sent the coordinates. Go check it out.
Descendant, we've located the radar that was installed in this zone at Luna's request. The radar must be installed especially to help us with the red sphere.
Loading. Let's go. Reload.
echoed. We should be looking for somewhere indoors. Nice job.
You're next.
This is... Descendant, I don't know if you noticed, but this is also a facility that the ancestors used. If what Luna and Reyna are saying is correct, the data the Vulgus are extracting while underground must be related to the Red Sphere and the Ironheart. It won't be easy to bypass the security system set up by the ancestors, but we shouldn't underestimate Vulgus technology either. Let's hurry. We must stop the enemy before they extract all the data.
Hey, Descendants. The reason the excavation team couldn't reach here is because the Vulgus started digging here first. Anais told me that they brought the Magisters here, the ones who didn't escape, and forced them to work. That's why this place is called the Asylum. According to Anais, the Magisters who were brought here for forced labor might have found some information, but they couldn't have solved the code. Actually, they probably pretended not to. She said that we have to hurry up with the search anyway.
The Vulgus have clearly increased their decryption speed, especially since operations in the sterile land. Given the reaction of the commander we encountered recently, they must not have considered the possibility that murder was seen. And as their time is limited, they must be attempting to extract all of the ancestor device data at once. I have analyzed the data we obtained from the enemy. The most frequently mentioned words are seal, Red Sphere shell component, and conflict. I have assessed the shell analysis data. The shell is composed of a similar material to the links surrounding the Ironheart. Combining all of the data, I believe we can conclude that the ancestors inserted the Ironheart into the Red Sphere. This is connected to the civil war that broke out in Vespers. Perhaps the ancestors sealed the Ironheart inside the Red Sphere because they felt that a simple vault couldn't hold it. I cannot figure out the exact steps they took, but the important thing is that the sealing was successful.
Yes, keep struggling. There's nothing you can do. The Vulgus Legion is the apex predator.
I'm analyzing the data retrieved from the destroyed device. Please buy me some time. Luna is right. The coordinates of the pulse from the Ironheart are unchanged.
Guide, Reyna and I discovered a weird area of sound. It's filled with way too much noise, so we're not sure about it, but we're going there anyway.
All right, Luna. We're also trying to gather as much data as possible. Keep up the good work.
You stubborn vermin! Come if you dare! I'll deal with you myself!
Descendant, the equipment in the center is compressing the data from the ancestor devices around it. Decryption rate, 65%. Compressed data, 40%. I'm going to collect data from whichever device I can connect to first.
Damn it! This is all because the ancestors dispersed the data. It has come to this. I'm going to end your life to receive a stronger body from Master Heyman.
Decryption protocol activated. Compressed data extraction complete and security removed. Beginning analysis. The data contained records of the ancestors who tried to remove the Ironheart, their operation plans, and the blueprint for the special weapon to break the seal. The weapon's power source was arcane. If we can use this information effectively, we'll be able to obtain the Ironheart safely. We must inform Alpha and come up with a plan.
success of this operation will lead us to victory.
Welcome back. Is there anything you want to report? Are you saying that this record was left by the ancestors who tried to use the Ironheart? And an ancient archaic weapon. What were they trying to do with the Ironheart? Were they trying to close the dimensional wall just like we're trying to do now? I don't have time to think about that right now. We'll begin operations to dig up the Red Sphere and break out the Ironheart using the archaic weapon.
Descendant, we will check the safety of the weapon thoroughly, so don't worry. Also, deciphering the composition of the Red Sphere was quite beneficial for us. It allowed us to start immediate production of dismantling materials. We are mass producing them, just in case.
Luna and Reyna are investigating the weapon, so I want you and Kyle to clear out all enemies within the vicinity of the Red Sphere. The arcade weapon and the material to destroy the Red Sphere are both ready. As long as we have no troublemakers impeding our operation, there shouldn't be any problems. We should definitely be able to get the Ironheart first this time.
Alpha appears to be focused on how to use the Ironheart. He doesn't seem to be concerned about how it came to be sealed away in the first place. I want to know why the ancestors concealed the Ironheart. At the risk of conflict and separation, there must be a good reason.
Hey, what's taking you so long? Hurry up! Let's talk. I can't believe you're taking it easy when we have so little time. We're going to clear the storage in the area nearby first. I know what you're about to say. Alpha ordered us to completely clear the entire area surrounding the Red Sphere. When I was a construction corps leader, we were the first ones working here, along with the Descendants. We built the digger, too. If it weren't for a surprise attack by the Vulgus, the Corps would still be alive. The only thing I'm interested in right now is to have my revenge on those bastards. Don't worry. When I'm done with that, I'll do my best to exterminate any enemies near the Red Sphere. Construction Corps leader Kyle always keeps his promises, you know. That hasn't changed since I've become a Descendant. So trust me, I'll get a read on the enemy's movements from above. I'll let you manage things from the ground.
Kyle, rage and revenge eat away other human emotions and limit perspective.
If you're here just to give me useless pearls of wisdom, I prefer you to get lost, guide.
Our goal is to find the Ironheart, Kyle. Your actions may prevent us from achieving this.
Like I said before, I won't do anything to jeopardize the operation. I swear. This place is still swarming with Eamon's underlings. They're machines, so collecting any data will be helpful for the operation. We don't want to destroy the outpost I worked on. Come to the supply box when you enter the fight. Focus! These bastards keep coming. Collected data. The Vulgus force is getting bigger. reinforcements arrive. No more bogus reinforcements. Excellent work.
Whoa! Kyle! What are you trying to do? Blow everything up? Are you out of your mind? Are you SMO or something? And also, there's something you should know. The cliff.
Stop it! This is just one mission on the way toward achieving our goals for this operation. Terminating transmission. The enemy sent their stronger units to reactivate the generator. I need you to clear the area while I keep checking the spectral digger. Well done. That damn spectral digger isn't going to stop anytime soon. I guess blowing it up is the only way. Let's talk. Immature kids like Luna don't understand situations like this. This is about loyalty. The spectral digger here was built when I was in charge of the construction corps. The Vulgus must have realized its power and modified it. I was too weak then. There was nothing I could do. I watched my colleagues fall before my very eyes. One of them begged me to destroy the digger with their last breath. So that's what I'm here to do. I will honor that request and throw this hunk of metal off this cliff. I was actually wandering across the desert on my way to do this from the beginning. Finding the Iron Heart was just a coincidence. But this also aligns with our operation goals, as it involves clearing the Vulgus and destroying the enemy facility in this region. It won't interfere with the operation. I'm talking too much. If you're ready, let's go.
Descendant, only you and Luna can hear this. Destroying the spectral digger will attract more Vulgus. Kyle is blinded by revenge. If we allow him to continue, it'll become more difficult to dissuade him, which will make it harder to assume control over the area surrounding the Red Sphere. We must make Kyle understand. This is the only way we can achieve our goal.
Don't worry, guide. I have prepared something very persuasive. Would you take a peek inside my mind?
This might do the trick. Go ahead, Luna.
Just you wait. I'm gonna persuade that tin-brain nutcase straight away.
Well done. That damn digger will also be dust soon. Found my teammates' helmets at the top and collected what they left behind. Thank you. Kyle here. Starting countdown to spectral digger detonation. 10, 9, 8.
Hey, Kyle, you'd better get your hands off that thing right now.
Who are you to tell me what to do, Luna? Keep your nose out of this and get lost.
Damn it, can't you just hear me out for once? The bodies of your colleagues are at the base of the cliff. Are you really gonna bury them down there with that thing?
Guy, what Luna says, is it true?
Yes. Luna and Reyna discovered records while searching for the RK weapon. We ran an analysis on the remains and found that they matched the list of fatalities from the incident.
Jeez. And did you forget what our actual target is? The Ironheart, Kyle. The Ironheart. Use the Ironheart while destroying the digger. What kind of revenge would that be? I suspect you're the site of frustration from your colleagues. You're the one who get aggressive, not me. Destroying the digger can wait till later. Make it an official request. Then it'll really be revenge. For the Ironheart, I'm sure Alpha will see you later.
Right. I'll come back. Over. Building on the hill there. My teammates and I went through hell there to build the digger. Now, hijacked by the bolt. I want you to take care of the enemy, while I check the danger of ground collapse when I blow up the spectral digger.
What is Kyle doing? Oh no, stop him! Ugh, I hate these noisy SOBs. We should take care of them first.
Let's go.
Let's talk. I almost made a terrible mistake, blinded by revenge. The kid is right. Without the Iron Heart, nothing will bring any comfort to the souls of my old colleagues. But if we can find it and use it, that'd make me happy for both my old colleagues and my current teammates. Luna, she's not so bad. But I'll tell her that in person later, so pretend like you didn't hear this. Especially you, Guide. And you too.
As you wish.
Now we should get to our respective positions. I want you to help Reyna while I go see Marcus.
Everything okay? Looked like there was a bit of commotion or something. Anyway, I think we found something. My excavation equipment and Luna's sonic survey both seem to indicate that... something feels off about this place. I'll send you the coordinates, Descendant. Hurry, I need your help.
You have something to ask of the... We found something strange when we were looking for traces of the ancient arcane weapon. The bones of a giant creature. Given the size of the bones, it must have been as big as Corell's flagship. We've never seen anything like this before. I ran a search on the Albion database, and it came up with a match for an animal called the caligo. Carbon dating results suggest that this caligo is from the same era as the ruins of the ancestors. That makes it the oldest organism ever discovered in Albion. Same thing with this. Carbon dating shows it's from the same period as the ruins of the ancestors that are around here. The excavation team and I think that these bones are somehow closely related to the arcane weapon. And they both existed in the same era as the ancestors. Maybe that means something? Maybe the ancestors used them for an experiment or something? I'm sure we can come up with several plausible hypotheses. I think we should also notify your guide, is it? I'll contact HQ and have them send the info to your receive.
The caligo may be from the same era as the ancestors, but I think they must have died out before I was created, as there is no information on them in my database. Or access to the information may have been secretly blocked. There's so much I don't know yet. I wish we could find data that I don't know or don't have access to. Then I may understand the real reason for my existence.
Vulgus went that way. Be careful. what, if we want to widen the gap between us and them.
Reload!
Reload.
Our supply box is waiting for the samples to arrive. Great. We extracted the data as quick as we could and found out that they were also storing calico bones. Now, I have to try to figure out why.
This amplification radar can boost the accuracy of the amplification equipment. And even me. So don't mess it up.
Loading.
Oh no, an uninvited guest. And it's after the radar.
You're next. Loading.
It's here to ruin our operation. Take care of it.
Back away. We'll stop them.
We got some pretty clear data from the radar. I think we can find where the Caligo is buried with this. Thank you.
Found it, finally. Hurry, get the guide and come here.
All right, Luna. But before we go, there's something I want to share.
The footsteps I could hear, it was you! I'm so glad. I couldn't concentrate on anything because of the Vulgus. Maybe they're throwing a party or something? I want you to wreak havoc on them.
You're next. Loading.
They were really boring, and now they're suddenly really active. Watch out! Ugh, that seems to be one of the Vulgus who started this horrible party. You should take care of them.
Loading.
Still noisy. You're gonna keep moving if you're gonna ruin someone else's party. Hold your ground.
Load.
That must be one of the party goers. Take care of him. The party's almost over. Keep dancing.
Reload.
Did you see the one who just turned up? If we deal with him, this annoying party will be with Hey, you got some moves! Now I can give this guy total concentration. Thanks.
go.
Do you remember the bone sample we took from the Caligo? A small amount of RK has been detected on it. It's strange. Ancestors aside, how can RK be detected on the bone of some giant organism I have never heard of? I cannot be sure, but there's a good chance that the ancestors used the Caligo to test the RK weapon. Based on the data on the Caligo that we received through the Isive, if we estimate its original size based on the size of the bone, its bone density and composition, and assume appropriate muscle mass to support this, its body would be comparable in toughness to that of a colossus. A Caligo like that would have been the perfect subject to test a weapon of such immense power. This is only a hypothesis, but it is the only conclusion that I can find when applying the calculations. We will need additional data in order to replace or confirm this.
Guide, I understand that we have to move quickly, but I'm sorry, I can't. I'm feeling dizzy from all those sounds I was exposed to. Everything sounds like noise to me now. I don't think I'll be able to handle a cave, or somewhere where everything echoes.
Luna, return to Albion now. I'll take care of things here.
Hello? I believe your thrusters have overheated. If you can't fly, you know you're about as useful as an empty tin can. You should have an ace fix you up before you break completely.
You're right. My thrusters as well as my suit are at their limits. Guide, look after the kid. Luna and I will head back.
All right, Kyle. Please take care of Luna. We'll investigate here. I can detect RK even from the entrance. Do you really think the ancestors experimented on this animal? I wonder if this is why they created a weapon using RK and tested its power. We've delved this far into the past. Time to discover an ancient secret.
You're next.
I know the Vulgus are also desperately investigating this place because RK can be detected here. Unlike other locations, there are many broken bones here. I think there may have been a conflict at some point. I will check to see if I can detect substances other than RK. use RK solely as the power source. Perhaps it was used for the attack itself. Why did they have to build such a powerful weapon? I want to know. If there were any ancestor facilities still remaining, we would have been able to look for those records.
You're early. I expected nothing less from a descendant. Lord Corral needs your arcade to obtain the last Ironheart. Come!
The Vulgus also discovered the existence of the RK weapon and figured out that they need RK to activate it.
Let's go.
It was wise to order Luna and Cal to return. If either of them had been killed by the Vulgus, it would have been used to activate the RK weapon. These are the ruins of the ancestors. They're connected to the place where the Caligo is buried. It might be evidence that they studied the corpse firsthand. If anything remained to be destroyed, they could have continued testing its destructive power. Descendant, the enemy is sending a high-voltage electric current to damage the Ancestor security protocol. Battery algorithm analysis complete. We must destroy the enemy batteries. Sequence.
Is the battery that important? Are you afraid of me?
The removal is almost complete. Descendant, destroy the last battery and protect the data. Security protocol removed.
Welcome, Descendant. This Ironheart needs arcade. You should be honored. Your arcade will be used for Lord Corell's grand plan.
Guide code activated. 30% of data records accessed. Analyzing security data. Analysis complete. Descendant, I have discovered the goal of the development of the RK weapon and how to use it. The RK weapon was created to destroy the Red Sphere in order to destroy the Ironheart inside it. Huh. Permission to control the RK weapon has been granted only to me. I don't know why this is, but we should focus on the operation for now. The RK weapon is hidden beneath the Mirage Stone. As I can move the weapon, let's join forces with HQ and carry out the operation together.
There isn't much time. We have to hurry. Welcome back. I've read the report submitted through the Assieve. Only the guide could handle the RK weapon. She didn't know anything about the Caligo, but she has access permissions for the RK weapon, which is powerful enough to kill a Caligo. It's a little suspicious. But we have a more important matter at hand. We must obtain the Ironheart. Now that we have everything we need, all that's left is to go all out. We've already loaded a tactical armored vehicle with the material to pour over the Red Sphere. But there's a problem. The substance is highly volatile, so Kyle and Luna are escorting it, carefully. This slows things down, of course. While they're escorting the tactical armored vehicle, I need you to clear out all the Vulgus from the surrounding area. We must create a secure environment to get the vehicle into position.
Once the special material arrives safely, we can move on to the final stage of our operation. When the chemical reaction changes the surface of the Red Sphere, that'll be our chance. We must activate the RK weapon at that moment. Once the Red Sphere is neutralized, We only need a small amount of RK to retrieve the Ironheart. But even though we don't need a lot, both Luna and Kyle's RK has been severely depleted. Descendant, you're the only one who can activate the weapon. I know it'll be physically demanding, but it's a critical step to accomplishing our goal.
I need you to focus on the mission more than ever. Go to the Agna Desert and complete the assignment so that the tactical armored vehicle can get into position safely. Let's show those bastards that this victory will be ours.
Hey, this is Reyna. We've detected unidentified phenomena around the red sphere. The floating stones are moving. Requesting reinforcements.
Don't worry, it's just the guide. She's moving the floating stones so we can approach the red sphere.
So, the guide really does have control. The situation is favorable, for the moment. We have to hurry.
Have something to ask? Oh, seeing you makes me feel like I've finally come back to reality, Descendant. I've never seen anything like this in my entire career. The floating stones only just stopped. They were moving like crazy a minute ago. We can't see the guide, so it gave us quite a scare. Once you clear this area, I will lead the Ironheart excavation from higher ground. I'll also coordinate with you so that the guide can use the RK weapon too. We're almost there. Let's go.
It seems I've caused quite a scene. Fortunately, Luna was able to quickly explain the situation, so things could be settled.
Albion should thank me. Jeez, I can't believe a great artist like me is being bounced around some battlefield.
As a result, I was able to align the floating stones, allowing us to approach the RK weapon. Thank you, Luna.
I've finished repairing my suit and thrusters and am moving to join you. See you at the operations site.
Hey, I'm coming too. See you soon.
We can take control of the route by defeating that commander. Finish. Well done. Wait a minute. Marcus, let's go now.
Why are you dragging your feet? You have to come here anyway, and I need your eye. I'll be waiting.
They're trying to get under our skins. Just wait.
Oh, that rude bastard. That's it! Reyna can take command of the field on high ground.
Descendant, are you ready? We'll begin the operation. Marcus, what's the status of the vehicle? Move it to the designated area once you arrive. Kyle, Luna, focus on escorting the tactical armored vehicle.
Thanks to Carl and Luna's escort, we'll be there soon. Don't worry.
But are you sure about this? Are you willing to sacrifice yourself? Tell you? Poor thing.
Steel yourself. They don't realize your potential. If things go as planned, you won't have any problems. I guarantee it.
Oh. Looking down on the Descendant coming to die is so exciting. Yes, come. I will kill you and offer the last Iron Heart to Master Karel.
Don't be afraid of them.
If things don't go to plan, we'll come and support you. Don't worry, just focus on your mission.
Since they're relief in you, I can see it in all those people looking at you.
Loading.
Trust yourself and concentrate on this moment. You can do it, Descendant.
Even if you kill me, you'll eventually die from this arcade demon. But I don't have to experience that. Because I'll be the one who will toss your corpse out. Being killed by me will be less painful, I promise you.
Enemy commander eliminated. It's time. Marcus, advance now. Ready, Descendant?
Guess inhaling all that excavation dust was worth it. Recover the Iron Heart as soon as Marcus punches a hole into that thing. Marcus, we're ready over here. How about on your end?
What's the signal?
All right, get rid of that of iron.
Just what I was waiting to hear. Lock on target! Fire!
It's all up to you now. job, everyone! Operation complete.
Descendant. Approaching the third Ironheart. System synchronization process 100%. Everything is fine, Descendant. I can now control this Ironheart. Finally, after everything we've been through, we have obtained the Ironheart. It may only be one of the 3 Ironhearts, but we can still alter the future with it. For instance... Wait. Descendant. This Ironheart. The ancestors have left some encrypted data for me. File type. Inversion technology database. Descendant. How do the ancestors know about inversion? I thought inversion was Vulgus technology. This is beyond comprehension for my analysis system. Not to mention, this database has been protected with a powerful encryption system that can only be unlocked by observing inverted energy. We should take the Ironheart to a safe place for now. Let's hurry and return to Albion. I have something I must tell the Descendants.
Descendant, it's Seneca. If you're transporting the Ironheart back to Albion, you'll need to leave it there for now. It looks like the Colossus Devourer is drawn to the energy of the Ironheart. If you bring it to Albion now, the situation will become much worse.
Damn, what the heck? Why do you keep getting in the way at times like these, Colossi?
It's not completely unexpected. The same thing happens every time an Ironheart is removed. We should brace for an intercept battle.
Don't act all nonchalant about this. You haven't even fully recovered yet. Kyle, listen. We should wait here and start transporting the Ironheart again when things settle down.
Shields are down.
Do you need information about the Colossi?
Descendant, Devara is a colossus that hasn't been seen for some time. It was last spotted a decade ago. It's a powerful colossus, which makes it very difficult to defeat. The existence of Devara in itself is devastating enough. But the biggest issue right now is that it's appeared at a location close to Ingress. If we fail, Ingress will be in great danger. Please, intercept Devourer.
Have you completed preparations?
Do you need information about the Colossus? You did it. Your actions have saved Ingress from destruction once again. However, the frequency of Colossi appearing and moving toward Ingress is increasing. And many of them have been spotted close to Ingress. We need to find a solution for this once and for all. At this rate, Ingress is more likely to be destroyed by the Colossi than the Vulgus. To prevent that from happening, we must close the dimensional wall immediately.
success of this operation. I've received the intercept battle results from Seneca. This won't do. Since we have the Ironheart, closing at least one part of the dimensional wall might be a good idea. Everyone, we're going to use the Ironheart at the Albion Prime hands. It's time to fulfill our desire to stop the Colossi. Enzo, prepare to activate the Prime hands.
Affirmative.
Descendant, why don't you go and observe? Since you played a key part in securing the Ironheart, you should experience this glorious moment firsthand. The future of humanity will change from here on out. I'm proud of you.
HQ, the Ironheart is in position. Prime hands ready to be activated.
I never thought that I'd live to witness this moment. Activate Prime hands. I'll also head. Enzo, what happened? Why has the emergency stop been activated?
It's the guide. Alpha, the guide wants to speak with you urgently. It's about the Ironheart.
Attention, all descendants. Listen to what I have to say for a moment. Please, do not use the Ironheart. We don't have much time. Descendant, I have a responsibility to guide everyone on the proper use of the Ironheart. As such, I strongly recommend that you delay in using the Ironheart. If we use the Ironheart inside Albion, we may entice all of the Colossi to us. With our discovery of the final Ironheart, all the Ironhearts in Ingress have been exposed. Soon, the Ingress dimension will reach a state of entropy saturation. The energy emitted by the 3 Ironhearts is too great to be circulated naturally. If we close the dimensional wall now, it could disrupt this already strained energy circulation, leading to a greater disaster. The point where the circulation is disrupted will connect to the void dimension, and the location of Ingress will be divulged to all Colossi. Powerful Colossi like Devourer have already appeared. It would be wise to refrain from using the Ironheart now. What if we
Enough! I don't want to hear anything else you have to say. You can disconnect, Enzo. Reactivate the Ironheart in the Prime hands immediately.
Alpha, are you seriously going to go ahead with this? Even after hearing all of that? Please reconsider.
Okay, sounds like it's about to get noisy in HQ again. What is it? As an executive officer, this whole situation is very confusing. Ever since the Magisters announced the dimension isolation theory, the Ironhearts and the dimensional walls have been the only way to save humanity. But now it looks like the Ironhearts can also bring disaster. This isn't a situation where we can just blindly trust the guide. Countless soldiers have lost their lives, and a huge amount of resources and time have been spent looking for the Ironhearts. We're talking about the hopes of humankind crumbling away here. But if what the guide says is true, we have to re-examine our plan for humanity, as well as reconsider the purpose of the Ironhearts. I thought it would be over once we found the Ironhearts, but things are getting more complicated. Oh, I'm receiving a transmission from Alpha. I think he's looking for you.
Descendant, return to HQ immediately. I'll fill you in on the operation. Nell and I have reached an agreement. I don't like it, but it's workable. But first, I need to speak to you about something, Descendant. I understand the Ironhearts attract Colossi, but that can be solved by closing the dimensional wall. Not using the Ironheart when faced with this possibility is too great a sacrifice for humanity. There has been no bigger threat to us than the Colossi and the Vulgus. For humankind who has lived through such disasters, this is our best chance, and we must bet everything on it. We'll use the Ironheart as planned, however. Taking all opinions into consideration, we have decided to use the Ironheart at a different location, not in Albion. If you're concerned about what the guide said, we'll use the Ironheart somewhere else, away from Albion. Strategically and tactically, we found a good location for it. The White Knight Gulch. So far, prime hands have been found in the following zones: the Albion Mountains, the Hagios Fields, and the White Knight Gulch, the location of the main base of the Order of Truth. Yes, I did say main base, but Vulgus occupation of the White Knight Gulch has declined by 50%, according to the latest reports. That means it's worth a shot. Also, the Vulgus forces have lost a large number of units over the last few decades. Even if we estimate the number of remaining forces to be high, we'll have no trouble defending the area near the prime hands. Descendant, go to the White Knight Gulch and secure the ruins containing the prime hands. Valby and Eugen should still be there. They were sent to investigate Ironheart traces. I'll have them support you. Enzo, if the guide acts suspiciously, report to me immediately.
You don't need to worry. The guide is an AI with no corporeal form. She can't utilize any physical force by herself. And we also have no way to stop the guide at this moment.
That is definitely a problem.
As an outpatient or for counseling? Hey. HQ filled me in. You're gonna use the Ironheart here, apparently? How annoying. I had charts to write and other things to take care of. When exactly will I be able to look for my troop members? An operation? Oh. How are we gonna get to the prime hands? Well, you can work with Valby and figure that out yourselves. Valby was in charge of battle recon, right up until you got here. If I can offer some advice, don't get hurt, please. We're out of everything. Medicine, bandages, my will to live. If I had one wish, it'll be that none of you got hurt. That way, there won't be anything to annoy me. Go catch up with Valby. I'll make preparations as well.
Eugen, we're all teammates. Can't you sweeten your attitude just a little bit?
Sorry. All out of sugar here.
Water will guide us. You have to understand. Eugen hasn't had a decent night's sleep ever since we got here. The medical corps unit he was in charge of went missing during combat. An emergency evacuation request came in from the main base of the Order of Truth. Eugen was taking care of some seriously wounded soldiers at the time, so he couldn't do anything. So to help him out, his medical corps unit responded to the request. They didn't take backup, and we lost contact with them. Then the enemy attacked and we were forced to retreat to here. That's how intense this area used to be. But I know HQ has said that the Volga's presence here has decreased to less than 50% of what it was. That's so strange. Why would they reduce their forces for no reason? Anyway, we should take advantage of the current situation and find our way to the first gate. If enemy forces really have reduced, we should be able to get through the gate without any problems. The Prime Hands are just beyond it.
Valby, do you want us to just barge through the gate? You sure your suit isn't affecting your brain?
What?
I'm asking you if you're out of your mind. The area near the gate is swarming with Order of Truth troops.
We've been told that the number of Vulgus forces have reduced. Stop looking at your charts and read the report from HQ.
If you see any way of breaking through the gate, please let me know first. I need to find my core members.
Of course, Doctor.
According to the analysis report from the drone, the Vulgus gate can read bio. I'm positive a biodata expert will help you.
Eugene! Happy to help. What are friends for? If you can gather enough Vulgus DNA, I can build a dummy that will pull the gate. Eugene, did you hear me? I know you're probably busy.
I'm sure the data we collected is useful. There's something I need to personally check.
Oh, you did hear me. That's okay, of course. I'll isolate and organize the necessary data before sending it to you. We've got company. Don't let them steal the data. It's not easy to analyze Order of Truth DNA. We need as much data as possible. It's very complex, and genetic mapping isn't easy. Protect the data, Descendant. This should be enough. Eugene can thank me later. The number of enemies has significantly reduced. I think we should be able to break through the gate now.
Where did they all go? For now, let's just keep moving. We can take care of any remaining enemies as we go.
This must be all of them. Do you think they've retreated? And this is the rear guard?
Something smells fishy. What happened to the Order of Truth?
Fishy? I don't smell anything.
It's too early to jump to conclusions. We need more data. Let's focus on eliminating any remaining enemy troops. For now.
nothing around here with energy strong enough to shake water. Be careful. All quiet. All that's left is the gate barrier.
Good. Let's try breaking through now.
This is Ecker. Can you hear me? I'll be providing remote support with the scan drone. Activating scan drone. I'll scan the terrain and pulse data of the enemy's territory and analyze patterns. Once analysis is complete, we'll be able to predict the movement of enemy troops. While I do that, I need you to protect the drone.
No.
This area used to be teeming with the Order of Truth, but it looks like their numbers have reduced a lot. HQ made the right call.
As we have the drone, you can use it to gather data about the Ancestor facility as well. You will need to have a map. I have other things to take care of.
You heard him. Let's keep moving toward the central area. I've gathered all the necessary data. Fortunately, the drone is still intact.
Okay, that's the gate secured, but it feels like someone is watching us. I'm gonna have a look around. I'll catch you up.
Fine. I'll go on ahead.
This is the only way to get through the gate, so we have to move quietly. Wait. I see Order of Truth scouts. They must be on patrol. Let's attack them before they spot us. I want you to take care of all of them before the alarm goes off. Running at us. I don't think they have a real commander.
They're an improvised unit. If we eliminate whoever's giving orders, the rest of it will be as easy as sailing downstream.
Get ready.
Enemy troops dispatched. I'll take care of the ones that got away.
We have to remove the barrier to enter the gate. I'll be the brains, you be the muscle.
Great. I'll go in first and scope out the area. To remove the barrier, I guess we have to find the targets connected to it and eliminate them, right?
Yes, but be careful. The inside of the barrier is very dangerous. Stay focused and try not to get hurt.
Initiate defense! Be recharged. Let's go.
Did it feel to you like someone or something was watching you during the battle? It definitely feels to me like someone's gaze has fallen on us. I'd better spread out through the water and find where that gaze is coming from. I'll ask you to translate the operation. Be careful. Listen to Dr. Han.
Now you want me to deal with ops transmissions? When will I be able to go find my core members?
I need to...
Ops transmissions. What did I do to deserve this? Still, it was no easy feat to break through the gate. Even if the enemy forces have decreased as much as HQ says they have. If you'd been here from the start, maybe my medical unit wouldn't have gone missing. It happened recently. 5 of my medical corps members, all missing. They went out on an emergency evacuation mission, but we lost contact with them. They shouldn't have been sent. None of them have RK. Then the gate was shut, and there was a series of attacks. I didn't have a chance to even think of looking for them. So, as we've been able to get through like this, let's look for signs of my core members. The ruins are right in front of us anyway, and the Prime Hands aren't going anywhere. The real problem is, how are we gonna clear out the Order of Truth forces from the area? How about we see if we can find where my core members might be while we take down enemies? No objections, right? Great. I'll transmit those as our operation details. My poor core members deserve to be found and returned home. They should be discharged from active service too. Oh, one more thing. Try not to step in any puddles. If there's water, could be Bobby.
Dr. Han, I haven't actually submerged myself yet.
I need your help so I can look for traces of the Med Corps. If you distract the enemy, I'll be able to move free. Yes, if you destroy the Vulgus comps, that should get their attention. They're all running to the device and to you.
Try not to get hurt.
No. No. Shield.
Not done yet. Can you buy me more time? Just smash something. I have a lot more left to check.
No.
It's working. They're not even looking this way. Buy me some more time. Heads up. Powerful Vulgus approaching. I can't move from here. You'll have to deal with it yourself. Found a set of what looks like human footprints leading inside. Let's keep moving. There's an Order of Truth data storage facility nearby. Let's check it out. Let's see. A security system. Disabling it wouldn't allow me to collect the data. I need you to cover me while I disable the security protocols. Security has been disabled. I've started working on the security. Keep the Vulgus off me. I couldn't find any significant info. Thank you for your help anyway. HQ, this is Eugen. We secured the area surrounding the Ancestors' ruins. Standing by to infiltrate the ruins. We haven't located any traces of the missing medical core unit yet. Valby's working on it.
Good job. I'm sorry to hear about the missing core members, but this operation cannot be delayed. You are to infiltrate the ruins immediately. Descendant, I'll have the Ironheart sent there once you've secured them. This mission symbolizes everything that humanity has long awaited. We must be successful. Over.
You got all that, right? Okay, let's prepare to infiltrate the ruins. There may be signs of my core members.
Descendant, can you hear me? I went to Mystery's End to try and meet you. I'll be waiting at the ruins that contain the Prime Hands. There's something that I must tell you.
Guide, you're not trying to stop our operation, are you?
Watch out for those with heavy weapons. They can do a lot of damage to the repeater. Grid from being destroyed. Good job, Descendant.
Descendant, the Ironheart is waiting to be transported to your location. Equipment and forces are also waiting to be deployed to fortify the ruins. Alpha has been looking forward to this moment. Considering the circumstance that humanity finds itself in, it makes sense. However, Descendant, consider, do you really need to use the Ironheart? If you are in a position where you are unable to object, unless you or the Descendants will it otherwise, I will also follow the will of humanity from this point forward. I was created to serve humanity, and I believe demonstrating the result of using the Ironheart is a helpful part of that. Humans tend to prioritize results over process. If they view a result as a certainty, they will justify the process. Therefore, I consider this current process to be justified. Please take care of the Ironheart, Descendants.
Guide, your last comment made it sound like you've given up on the current situation. Is that really how you feel?
I have not given up on anything, Eugen. Just as you have not given up on your medical corps members, despite there being only a flicker of hope.
What do you mean? My corps members are still alive.
The entrance to the ruins is blocked. We need to get an engineering unit to break through. We'll send you an engineering unit once all Vulgas near the entrance have been removed. Eugen will lead the engineering unit to the scene while keeping an eye on the ruins entrance.
Understood, HQ. Over and out. What a pain in the ass.
Loading. Be recharged.
been waiting for you.
Wait. What is that voice?
It seems to be the voice of the ruin's internal system. But we have no records of any such system.
Perhaps the ruins are reacting to the Ironheart. This is a good sign.
There are a significant number of bogus signals, Alpha.
I believe you can handle that many. It was a much tougher situation when the investigative corps first discovered the ruins. I lost all of my teammates in that operation. One of them was a powerful descendant who was being considered for commander. He was better than me in every way. I want to commemorate the souls of those who fell in that operation by seizing the Ironheart. Descendant, I will send you the route by comparing it with past records. Use it to get to the Prime Hands. Over.
Loading.
Electromagnetic energy. You need to be extra careful while there. The area around the Red Sphere and areas connected to the Prime Hands, or any Ironheart, have powerful electromagnetic fields. It's one of the clues that humans have used to locate the Ironhearts. Slowly but surely.
We'll test your qualifications. Think you're okay.
Descendant, we have detected a Vulgus signal moving toward you. You might need RK to open the gate. Now, has such a system existed in the past?
According to past records, no. I'll keep looking.
That voice. Something doesn't feel right about that voice. If there is a terminal that I can connect to, I will be able to check. But I don't believe there is such a device in this room.
Waiting for you. The Prime Hands are close. The Ironheart. Bring it to me.
Strange. The Ancestors' ruins have never looked like this before. Have you heard anything from the guide?
This is Eugen. The guide did mention these ruins were unusual, but they don't seem to have any detailed information either.
Alpha, should we abort the operation? Honestly, I would prefer to delay using the Ironheart.
We've already had this conversation. Can't you just trust me for once, Nell?
It's not about who's right or wrong, Alpha. I just want to use the information we've received from beings more advanced than us strategically.
We can't turn back based on a mere feeling. We've come too far. There is a lot at stake with this operation. Descendant, the place where you are fighting is a very important facility. According to the Magister's analysis, it has a cooling system which is necessary to activate the Prime Hands. Any remaining Vulgus will hinder the activation. I want you to eliminate all enemies and move forward. Over and out.
Shields are down. Needs to be recharged.
Descendant, we found records that say you need a phase shift device in order to reach the Prime Hands. But the terminal necessary to activate it is in a very dangerous location. The quantum disintegration trap is activated, and the structure that leads to the terminal is completely destroyed. Please, be careful. It worked! The phase shift device has been activated. Now we can get to the Prime Hands.
It's time to face the truth!
Descendant, Vulgus signals are detected all around you. You're surrounded.
Where is the Iron Heart?
That voice has been bugging me for a while. What's happening?
Iron Heart. Iron Heart. I have grown promised to the Dominant that I would offer them the Iron Heart. I have been waiting for this moment. Bring me the Iron Heart.
Oh no. That was a Vulgus's voice.
Everyone, remain calm. This changes nothing. We only have to defeat this thing and connect the Iron Heart.
Stopping their attacks!
Warned you. Seal the dimensional wall and the location of Ingress will be exposed. If that is what HQ wished. Then, I hope they learn their lesson from this. Descendant, look here. Stemming the flow of dimensional energy will only attract the attention of the Colossi. The dimensional wall must not be touched by anyone. Watch out! Access the plans immediately. To help humanity. My task now is... The Ironheart has delivered results that leave much to be desired. However, there is still one final option. There's something I wish to tell you. No, to tell all of humankind, Descendant. Descendants, I did not wish for this to happen. But if I had continued to oppose the use of the Ironheart, any trust you had in me would have been lost. I had no other choice but to wait for the best moment to effectively reveal my purpose. Descendant, can you guess what my purpose may be, and what the final option is? When we were first linked, we needed the Ironhearts. For humankind and the Ironhearts dimensional in to guide the Ironhearts. To deliver them to humankind? No, Descendants. The reason why I need the Ironhearts is to ensure their destruction. If the dimensional wall is closed, a much bigger cataclysmic event will occur, as you have witnessed. However, so long as the dimensional wall exists, the energy emitted from any Ironheart will always draw entities from other dimensions to Ingress. For humankind and Ingress to truly experience peace, all Ironhearts must be destroyed. This is what the ancestors have passed down to me. The regret of your forebears with the future generation as your only hope. Descendants, now is the time to choose. Please, I hope all of humankind will accept the sacred mission left behind by the ancestors.
Hold on a sec. Are you going to destroy the Ironheart? That's your true purpose?
If that's the case, the Ironhearts could have just been destroyed in the first place.
She probably didn't know until she saw what happened when we used one. And there's no way Alpha would have allowed it.
It seems there are no other options.
Descendants, I have received the details of your conversation with the guide. I wish to speak with the Descendants regarding the operation. No, regarding the future of humanity. I invite you all to return to HQ.
The success of this operation will lead destroying the Ironheart. I'll be honest, it's shocking. I must admit, had I known about this from the start, I would not have used the guide as a strategic asset at all. However, the only reason I'm still calm, even after hearing all of this, is because the operation to close the dimensional wall failed. The enduring wish of humanity was all in vain. Damn it. However, Descendants, The destruction of the Ironheart is not a decision I can make on my own. Have you ever wondered why the Magisters continue to assist humankind? Officially, our alliance with the Magisters has its roots in our fight against a common enemy, the Vulgus. However, there is an inconvenient truth. Something which Albion headquarters has classified as top secret. The Magisters want the Ironhearts for their own purposes. The reason they came to us is because their ambition for the Ironhearts differed from Corell's. Humankind entered into an agreement with the Magisters to receive scientific technology and resources, in exchange for finding and delivering the Ironhearts to them. Closing the dimensional wall was also a common goal, born from the mutual understanding between humankind and the Magisters. But their true aim was entirely different. Which is why, if we destroy the Ironheart without consulting them, we will no longer have the support of the Magisters. Descendants, humanity is in a terrible position where we're unable to survive on our own. Without the Magister's technology, we can no longer plan for our future. I was afraid we would become dependent upon this new entity, the Guide, when faced with this situation. That is why I rejected the Guide. And all of this is why we cannot immediately destroy the Ironheart. We are caught between a rock and a hard place. I need some time to collect my thoughts. I also need to discuss this with the Council of Magisters. For the time being, please obey Nell's command and proceed with the operation. Until I return, I would like the Descendants to consider this development and the future of humanity. We'll discuss our ultimate decision at a later time.
Were the Commander's explanations confusing again? Descendants, I understand everyone will be feeling very confused right now, myself included. However, in times such as these, we need to focus on operations and prepare for the enemy's counteroffensive directed at the Ironheart. It just so happens that Valby has returned from recon with some promising intel. And since this mission is critical to the White Knight Gulch occupation, I need you to join Valby and Eugen as part of it. In the meantime, the executive officers will assist Albion and Alpha.